I feel like a pterodactyl. I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I'm making these huge changes. The one thing I feel that is missing is the health and connection to my body. I want that. And if I don't do it now, I might never. So it's time. I'm falling apart.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and to my series, Extreme Body Makeover, where I give friends, family, and some of your favorite influencers the health and fitness makeover of their dreams. In this episode, I will be working with Kelsey Darragh, who is one of my first ever YouTube friends. Kelsey and I actually met when we were coworkers at BuzzFeed. Kelsey is a television host now. So in this episode, I'm hoping to not only be able to guide Kelsey on her journey, but also get to know her at this new stage in both of our lives. So for the next 6 weeks, I will be giving Kelsey Darragh an extreme body makeover.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Darragh, and I'm a person that's on the internet. I've lived most of my life on the internet as like this loud, proud, confident boss-ass bitch, never really ever talking about issues with my body unless it had to do with my chronic illness. I'm constantly telling women to love their bodies, to embrace their flaws, but I feel a little bit fraudulent in that I know I don't really have this super great relationship with my own body. I want to figure out how to be like someone like Michelle and all these other people I see on the internet who just have this incredible relationship with fitness and health. And I feel like there are two types of people in this world, people who are like her and people like me, and I want to find a way to mesh these worlds together.
Let me introduce you to two people extraordinaire. FilmFit, Nick, who will be training you in the gym. Brandon, who will be giving you weekly and daily meal plans.
Oh my God, so you're the one I'm gonna hate.
Probably.
I'm sorry.
So I was just reviewing the data sheet that I got from you. You got a pretty generic goal. Weight loss. Like what is that to you?
This is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I was like a 00 in high school. Now I'm like an 8 to 10, which I understand is pretty average for a woman my height in America. I work on camera a lot, you know, when I go to these fittings and I tell them like, oh, I'm a size 4, and I show up to the fitting and none of the f***ing clothes fit. I just see these numbers going up and I give so much weight to numbers. Most of society would look at me and think like, your body's fine, like there's nothing wrong. You're actually on the thinner side, and I feel like society says that you can't have a negative relationship with your body unless you're a certain size.
So you have chronic pain.
I have what's called trigeminal neuralgia, which is a neuropathic chronic pain disorder. It happened after a botched jaw surgery when I was a teen. So the bottom half of my face has no feeling for the rest of my life. And instead of just numbness, it is replaced with burning, stinging, itching, soldering iron sort of pain on a daily basis. I wake up in pain, I go to sleep in pain, and it's more for me about management at this point, like quality of life. It's so easy to just be like, well, this is wrong. I'm in pain all the time. This sucks about me. And to get in that woe is me mentality is really hard to fight on a daily basis.
How about exercise?
I've heard that exercise can actually be like very relieving and endorphin inducing, and you know, all that shit we all know, but choose to actively ignore. Like, this will make you feel better, so go do it. And I'm like, I better stay away from that good. I better stay away from that good thing and live in the shadows. My biggest problem is motivation, actually getting there. I'm your classic person who joins a gym because I get interested in an activity and I go really hard for like 3 weeks and then I'm bored out of my mind.
So you have an ACL tear. They were kind of recent, so yeah. Let's talk about that.
I just had ACL surgery 10 weeks ago. I lost a ton of weight in my leg, but then I gained weight in all these other places. I just feel like my body hasn't returned back to what I knew it to be before.
When you're coming back from an injury, there's certain boundaries that your body's gonna set, and there are gonna be certain boundaries that your mind is gonna set. We'll just have to take it one step at a time.
From a nutritional standpoint, sugar's like an enemy, a big time enemy, especially for you, because that's inflammation inducing.
Food is such an emotional connection for me. It's the way I connect with other people. It's the way that I stress relief. So I'm not excited to figure out also sort of this relationship surrounding food.
We're gonna start off a little shoulder action today. Raise up so you can see your eyes through the hole, and then slow on the way back down.
When do we get snacks?
I can definitely tell we need to work on our attention span a little bit.
Collagen, that's a hot word.
What's that?
Collagen.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I'm talking so you won't make me work.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can't help but laugh thinking about the first workout because I kind of took it as like a joke. I don't think I really knew what I was getting myself into.
We're doing a lateral raise. So hands start at your side in what we call a neutral grip. You're gonna raise those up and then slow coming down again.
I'm already tired.
Where are we at, 9?
Oh.
Working around her ACL is definitely gonna be a bit of a challenge, so we're gonna have to be very careful with what exercises we choose.
I feel like a pterodactyl.
We're gonna work on some push-ups now that we already tired all these muscles out.
I've never been able to do a push-up.
Oh, you're gonna. Every rep, chest is coming all the way down to the bar, dead stop. And push-up.
Oh.
Give me some speed on the up, just like you were on that chest press.
Back on the ground like a pancake.
Back on the ground.
Oh, pancakes. I love pancakes.
The lower body's definitely gonna take some strategizing. Opposite elbow to the knee. Now this is, Michelle, real quick, demonstrate. This is a switch and pause.
Oh.
And then switch and pause.
It's like you want me to fart on your equipment.
2.
Oh yeah, that hurts, dude. It burns. It's like a UTI on my stomach.
And 5, nice. Very good, very good.
I feel great. I feel like I definitely kind of have like a little bit of indigestion from all those sit-ups. That was just enough to make me happy to be back in the gym and like not at home. Cause man, I feel guilty when I don't like do something. Like if I don't get out of the house or just do something, I feel like I showed up, and that's all it takes is just to show up.
So excited for you.
I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow.
I was like, oh, it's morning, yay. I get to go to Starbucks and have my pink drink. And then I remembered, no, I don't. I have to have oatmeal with blueberries.
Kelsey told me that she, has chronic pain. I wanted to make sure that we're staying low on sugar and then going with foods that are high in omega-3s and other foods that are going to help with reducing inflammation for her pain. So with Kelsey's plan, starting with breakfast, we're doing oatmeal, unsweetened almond milk, a couple eggs, and then blueberries to add to the oatmeal to give it a little flavor. At her snack, we're doing almond-based Greek yogurt, as well as topping that off with some strawberries. Lunch, rice, a lean meat, and then veggies, and then at snack, we're gonna have tuna, and then she can actually put the tuna on the gluten-free sea salt baked crackers. And then to finish the day off, she's gonna have a sweet potato, lean meat, veggies, and then a little bit of avocado on the side.
I was a little overwhelmed at first just because I didn't recognize a lot of that food. I just ordered in like I always do because I don't like cooking, and I got a salad. I literally made a video called I Hate Salads. Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I hate salad. Okay, so we're on set. Hi, these are my faves. We're like in a tight squeeze for shooting, so what did I do?
Got a muffin.
I think the first time I cheated on the diet didn't really bother me at all because I was like, this is normal. I've always tried to do something and then I failed at it and I've been just like, well, f it, I can't do it, so I'm just not gonna be able to. And then that kind of thinking would really bum me out. I'm just in that it mentality right now where like my face is on fire and I'm sore from working out and I just feel like crying. I'm recognizing how food has played sort of a comfort in this like pain journey. I was not expecting to have such a fucking visceral emotional reaction with the food. It's just so stupid how like a sense of calm I get from having that. It made me take like a really deep inventory of myself of like, why does this mean so much to me? I don't know why I can't put it down. It's just really tough because it's just a cupcake and it has so much power over me.
Food can be one of the trickiest parts of taking on a new lifestyle change, and taking away foods that we love to eat can affect everything. So I'm hoping that this week we can support Kelsey in other ways and make her just feel a sense of community. So I'm really excited that Jasmine, who's another participant on Extreme Body Makeover, is going to exercise with Kelsey this week because I think it's important for Kelsey to feel support from other people besides me and Brandon and Nick. She needs to feel it from everybody around her.
Oh, the workouts with Jasmine and Michelle were so fun. They went by so quick. Cause you know, you're just like sharing your misery on like parts that are hard, but you're there. And even if you want to give up, you have someone there cheering you on. And so that meant so much to me that both of them took time out of their day to work out with me.
That was awesome. I loved working out with you.
Amazing.
That was so fun.
It was so great. You're such a great motivator. Even when I wanted to quit.
You did not want to quit. I was thinking about, because you know, you've been saying a lot about just how difficult the food aspect of this is, especially because you're so busy. And so today I have a surprise for you.
I don't like surprises, Michelle. You're making me so nervous.
The solution to helping someone stay on a meal plan and achieve that ultimate goal is not forcing them to do something they don't want to do. The solution is meeting halfway and making it a fun and enjoyable activity. Well, I was thinking also about how you were telling me that your trip to Thailand last year was really transformative for you. So we're gonna go back to my place and I have a professional gourmet chef. What? And he's gonna teach you how to cook Thai food on your meal plan.
No!
And we're gonna meal prep your entire next week.
Dad!
Yeah.
Miss, I'm gonna cry. That's so thoughtful. That's just like so nice. Thank you. You're so sweet.
Of course. Joel, I'm so excited to introduce you to Kelsey. Kelsey has been in our Extreme Body Makeover and totally kicking ass.
Oh, thanks.
And you have taken her meal plan and created a menu, a gourmet menu that is meal plan friendly.
All right, so today we're gonna do 2 recipes. We're gonna do a pad thai and we're gonna do a high protein energy bite. Normally when I like do prep or kitchen or like cooking for clients is that we start with dessert because dessert usually takes the longest, even though this is technically not dessert. These are...
What do you mean?
Well, okay, because it's got the flavors of dessert, but you're not gonna wanna eat it for dessert. You're gonna wanna snack through this the entire day because these are protein energy bites. So you get good antioxidants, we have goji berries, so you have really good like fruit antioxidants as well. Yeah, you get some oats in there, some flax seeds, some really good stuff in there. So that's gonna help you with everything. And it's actually gonna satiate a lot of your hunger too, because that's gonna work to fill you up really fast.
Okay, I was gonna say, as long as I don't eat all of them in one sitting.
Perfect.
Excited?
Is me cooking in the kitchen.
All right.
Okay, let's start with dessert.
All right, let's start with dessert. So right here we have a bunch of stuff to make our high protein energy bites. What we have to do is we have to take this and kind of make it a little bit more of a looser mixture. Okay. So what we have to do to do that before we start adding some more stuff is combine our almond butter and a little bit of maple syrup. And the reason why we use maple is because it's better for you than sugar. I didn't want to just have these like little ball protein bites that you grab from a bag. You know, I wanted to put more detail into it and I wanted to get a little bit more out of it.
I feel like I tried making peanut butter balls before that didn't taste good. Like it tasted like a diet food.
Unless you're doing it yourself, then you can start incorporating the ingredients that you actually really love eating, and then you'll be really surprised that a lot of the things that you get will be really flavorsome.
How thick are you making our?
Not very.
Okay.
Basically the bottom layer is like the almond kind of protein part, and then we put a layer of dark chocolate that's melted.
How's that?
Perfect, that looks absolutely
Great.
great. And then coconut, all that stuff. So I think that might be good.
Okay.
So we'll put this in the freezer a little bit while we make
Pad Thai, Pad
Kelsey.
Thai, Pad Thai, Pad Thai.
All right, wow, that was good.
Thai food is truly, it holds such a special place in my heart, and it always seemed like so off the menu for me. Like maybe papaya salad was like the only thing I was allowed to have. So the fact that I'm learning to have healthy shit, like you have no idea.
Okay. Because this is a good abridged version. It's more of like a pad CU, but it's,
Ooh,
I call it a pad thai because it's using wider noodles from like carrots because they're primarily wider. So we can call it a pad thai or we can call it a pad CU, but let's just call it pad or something. I really love this pad thai recipe. It encapsulates a lot of the beautiful flavors that you get from traditional Thai cooking and mixed with some really amazing vegetables instead of noodles. You can see how it's making these really beautiful strands that kind of look like a pappardelle pasta.
I love pappardelle because it's fun to say.
It was also really wonderful just to see Kelsey having so much fun making a meal, knowing how hard the diet had been for her until now.
And then one of the biggest things is coconut aminos. This is what makes it healthy without using soy. So this has a lot less salt, it's much more mild, and it's an organic form of a soy blend, but it's derived from coconuts.
Whoa! It's like what we had elevated.
Oh my God.
Well, now when I go out to Thai food, which is like often, I know how to order the healthier options and I know that it still tastes great. And the great thing about Thai food is it's all about flavor. Here we go.
You like it? Oh my God, yay. Wow.
There's a lot of flavor in that.
Dude, the fact that there's no f***ing carbs in this is weird.
Yeah.
That was so important for me to see one of my favorite cuisines falling under the meal plan.
Yeah,
Cheers.
let's do it. Cheers, guys. Cheers to you.
Healthy
Congrats.
dessert. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It doesn't feel diety, which was my biggest fear with all this f***ing seed.
It's good because crunchy food actually releases serotonin, which is good, especially when you're sad about eating something healthy.
That was some science right there.
Yeah.
I just thought I was gonna have to cut out everything I loved. And so to have that like delicious, like, felt like I was cheating, but I wasn't. So here's the hilarious torture of this whole situation is the gym is like a block away from a Starbucks. Normally, I would go straight and get me a pink drink. I didn't do it. And I like am slowly taking back control. I know this seems like an obvious realization, but it was pretty big for me.
You know, you can take a look at what the sugar and the carbohydrates were worth in that food or that sweet, and look at what you can take out for the rest of that day in your nutrition plan.
Brandon's talking about how the mind is a very powerful thing and trying to teach me little tips and tricks to replace items, not necessarily like cut them out.
So instead of having the pink drink, I'm having the cold brew with no added flavors or sugars, and I'm still getting that, you know, fix.
So I was asking Brandon if I'm allowed to eat these sunflower seeds, and he said no, and I would have to drink a gallon of water to balance out the sodium. So, in the trash they go.
I have never fell so much in love with like the simplicity of routine now.
Look how well we're eating.
I really found out that all these foods that I thought were gonna be like gross and healthy were actually so attainable and so retainable.
So in the middle of this challenge, I had to fly to France.
I was so terrified to go out of town because I was so fearful that I was just gonna throw everything I had been working on out the window.
So this is officially day one of vacation. And don't worry, Brandon, I'm not cheating on my diet. Did I have some dessert last night? Yes. But it's okay, we're not gonna ruin the entire, we're not gonna beat ourselves up about it.
I was living in a fantasy land for 12 days in Europe. I just kept saying like how I want to prove to myself that I can do these things and that I was still able to enjoy myself without breaking the plan. I was a tourist doing touristy things and walking around the towns, and what a great way to get exercise but also explore. You know, all of these old amazing European cities are all made out of cobblestone. So you're walking up these hills and walking on uneven surfaces for hours all day. I was grateful to work out while on vacation because I didn't want it to feel like I was throwing everything away.
Lizzie, what the f are you doing? Doing my leg lifts in France, naked.
I did a lot of my exercises in a tiny hotel room in the middle of nowhere, France. So if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Just like Brandon and Nick said, I planned my cheat meal. It just feels good as opposed to making such a rash decision. So I'm gonna enjoy every bite of this.
Anytime I have a negative thought about food, I have to like stop and actively replace it with a positive thought. So like, oh my God, you shouldn't have that gelato has turned into like, you did a lot of walking, you worked out yesterday, have the gelato, it's really good. So I guess you could call this progress.
So it is my first day back in the States. I'm doing laundry. I am getting back to my regular routine, eating my hard-boiled egg because I love them so much. Yesterday was a long travel day, a 12-hour flight, and honestly, those days take so much out of me. And instead of like waking up being like, oh gosh, I don't feel good, I woke up being like, I want to go to the gym, which is wild because I know I joke a lot about like needing something traumatic to happen for me to actually start liking going to the gym. But I feel like with this gradual progress I'm making, it's just like naturally something that makes me feel good now.
We were just sitting in bed, this nice, lovely Sunday morning, and she goes, let's go for a hike. It's 5 words I've never heard in my entire life from her.
I have such a rare opportunity where I have a chronic pain disorder, yet I'm able to go to the gym, and I want to like do this for all the spoonies that can't, you know?
Big set that you're gonna bring the heat today.
Oh, we are not f***ing around. I come in with a mission.
Nick definitely pushed me in the final week. Before, I did not see it as a release. I saw that place as a prison, and now I feel like my whole relationship of how I feel about that place has changed.
We're gonna play a little game on the devil's tricycle.
What is this, Saw?
My idea was if I joke about it, then that's my way of coping. And now it's like when I go to the gym, it's no f***ing joke.
She's killing it. She's killing it. I really felt Kelsey taking ownership of this new health and fitness world beyond the challenge and really wanting to make it a permanent change to her life.
Oh my God. Well, I just finished my last session with Nick for this challenge because I already signed up to do another month with him 3 times a week. Can't wait. Can't wait to get my results.
Kelsey, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Can you believe you did it?
No and yes. I've seen myself change, and it doesn't matter what the numbers say. And I didn't want to be that person that was like, the numbers don't matter, but I am now.
All right, are you ready to hear your results?
When you started, you were 144.4, and now you are 142.6.
We don't care about the number. We don't care about the number.
But then we break it down even more, and we find out what your body fat is. Your percentage was 25.19, and now it is 21.37.
Whoa!
It's great, which is almost 6 pounds of fat.
That's a lot of fat.
Your lean mass, though, was almost just as equal. You gained over 4 pounds of lean mass.
Whoa!
That was more of this unexpected surprise.
Well, you made me lift weights like every day. What do you mean?
This was especially challenging because we weren't really able to train the way that I train a lot of my clients. We really weren't able to do any legs from your ACL injury that you're recovering from.
Yeah. The most cardio we did was like the warm up on the bike. So all of this was just strength training.
With an emphasis on upper body. So, you know, the majority of that lean mass gain has been in your upper body.
Do you want to see her before and
Yes!
after?
You know that's what I want to see.
All right, this on the left is you from 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
This is you today.
Holy smokes.
Holy sh**. Look at my f***ing stomach. Look at my arms.
There's that back.
What most people don't even think about is the side view. The side view, I feel like, is a very telling place.
My God. Dude, look at that posture difference.
And as much as it's great for me and Brandon and Nick to give her a pat on the back and tell her how well she's done, I knew how much more impactful it would be coming from the people that mean the most to her. Before we end,
I don't want it to be over.
a surprise for you.
Not another surprise. I literally cried when you told me you were gonna make me Thai food. I can't.
Just hit play. Kelsey, congratulations. I am so excited and proud of you for completing the Extreme Body Makeover. That is no easy feat. And for the end of your experience, I wanted to give you a small surprise. I wanted to give you something that whenever you're having a bad day or feeling down and discouraged, you can remember you can do it. Kelsey, hello. You are killing it.
Hi.
God
what up, Kelsey? It's your boy, Keith.
Hi, Kelsey.
Kelsey Darragh, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you for doing this fitness journey.
I'm so proud of you for sticking through this and working so hard.
It is definitely hard work. I know the dedication it takes. I'm very proud of you for doing this. I'm proud of you for making it to the end.
As someone who has entered into a health journey this year, I know it's very difficult, but also I'm sure you are seeing the rewards and benefits of it already.
Absolute inspiration to me and to everyone else who is going through the same things that you are.
Hey Kelsey, I'm so proud of you. You've always been determined. You set a goal, you get it done.
Every day you push through so many obstacles that most people never encounter in their life.
You are an advocate and a voice for so many people that have yet to be heard. You're such an inspiration to people like me with anxiety and always find a way to put a smile on my and other people's faces.
Your work ethic, your ability to make people feel so comfortable, your ability to really see other human beings.
You are one of the most hardworking, creative, friendly, open-minded, unique people that I've been lucky to be friends with.
Most people have a setback and they stop, but not you. You take every setback as a stepping stone to the next great adventure.
You're one of the only people in my life who sets a goal and just accomplishes it. And it's so refreshing, and I want to be you when I grow up.
When you put your mind to something, you do it. And that is something to be really, really proud of.
All I'm gonna say is that I felt your abs today with my bare hands, and they were rock hard. And that's you.
Kelsey,
God,
oh man, you are one of the most fiery, loyal, charismatic, resilient, loving people that I have ever met in my entire life.
You know, a boss-ass and I say that in the most loving way.
And not only are you inspiring me, you're inspiring someone else. Congratulations, Kelsey. Good job sticking through it. Congrats.
Congratulations, Kelsey. I'm so proud of you.
I love you. I'm so proud of you.
We get it. You're awesome. Jeez.
I just can't tell you how proud I am of all of your achievements.
I love the before, I love the after, and I'm so proud of all you've accomplished.
We love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Love you.
It has been an absolute honor to have been the recipient of your affection and patience over these past 2 years. You inspire me to be the best possible version of myself that I can be. I'm so, so proud of you. Congratulations. I love you so much.
God damn it, Michelle. That was literally, I fully cannot with you. I remember in the beginning of this, I was so afraid to be a girl who was on Instagram practicing self-love, who didn't actually feel it herself. And while I'm still definitely continuing that relationship with my body, I feel like it's going in a positive direction for the first time. And that's like, you can't put a price on that.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow Kelsey on all of her social medias, which are linked below. She has an amazing, amazing podcast.
You were on it.
I was on one episode, so you can go listen to that one if you want. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, because we make new awesome content every single week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Bye. Will you please?
Nope.
Come on, Nick.
Nope.
Just do one.
I don't even know what
Just go like this and give us your white guy dance.
Yeah!
You got laughed at. Oh, you're one of us.